Hello, beautiful friends. It's Erica with Crystal Rose Insights, here to do a special reading that I felt called to do. Actually, I was called to do it yesterday, but then I had so many back-to-back readings that I was wiped out. And there was no way I could do another reading yesterday, so I just decided to wait till today. And what's really funny about that is I woke up in the morning and literally as I was waking up, I'm doing math in my head for some reason, which I never do. And I realized today's an 11/11 day. So maybe that's why I was it was pushed off till today, because maybe it's an important time to do this reading today. Who knows? A couple quick announcements before we get started. But actually what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at what the Divine Masculine secretly wants his Divine Feminine to know. You know, this is stuff that it's like if you could peer into what he's thinking and feeling right now, this is what we're going to do. And this is going to be fun because I've not done a reading this way before in this way. And so it's going to be interesting to see what Spirit brings through, right? Always is. So before I do that, quick announcements. I am going to be heading out on vacation and will not be available for live sessions until after August 15th. But if you are interested in a live session or an energy healing session, then I'd suggest definitely like getting in line now and get your appointment versus waiting. So that's if you've already kind of been thinking of doing one. I'd suggest getting on my calendar prior to me coming back. That way it's kind of already set and you're in line and all of that. So with that, what else? I may be doing some readings I will be doing some readings over my vacation, but depending on the cue, I'm kind of trying to take a pause and to be able to actually have a vacation. But I love doing this work so much that it's not like I would feel weird not doing some. So if you happen to be getting a reading done over this time, again, the turnaround time might be a little longer than normal, but just bear with me because obviously it's my vacation time. So I'm excited to go and see my family. So with that, we have a Celestite here. As you know, I start everything with a gemstone, and Celestite wanted to be here to support this reading today. This is about connecting to the angelic realms, the higher dimensions. It's a very soothing and calming stone. It's a wonderful one to have next to the bed. But Celestite is really beautiful. I have many of them. And so if you want to look up metaphysical properties of Celestite, there's probably some messages that will come through for you. So this is going to be obviously a general reading, and take whatever messages resonate and leave the rest. And what's interesting is the Four of Cups has flown out, and it's in the reverse. And normally I don't read reversals. Sometimes though, Spirit does make me keep them reversed. And here it is, guys. Divine Masculine is feeling like he is no longer being missing an opportunity. He's no longer bored and discontent and feeling lack. It's like all of a sudden, because when it's upright, he's missing this opportunity and the universe is offering him something. But right now, this is for the Divine Masculine. It feels like this is the Divine Masculines that feel like they are now seeing the opportunity that's in front of them to be with their Divine Feminine. So first is so that just flew out, but let's see what's coming. So first we're going to get a card on how he's currently seeing you, like how he sees you, Divine Feminine. What is it that how he sees you? Oh my gosh, seriously? Yes, seriously. Yes. Why am I surprised? I'm not surprised. I just get, I'm in awe all the time of how Spirit does this. So he sees his Divine Feminine as this 10 of Cups. Happy family, emotional fulfillment, happiness, like just everything being beautiful. Literally, you know, he sees her as the person who's going to complete this picture for him. This picture of, you know, just happiness and balance and emotional fulfillment and just having it all. So I don't even think I need to say much more with that one, right? So let's see what the Divine Masculine admires about you. Let's see what comes out for what he admires about you, Divine Feminine. He admires your tenacity to stay with this situation. He admires the fact that you have endured this journey. You endured this to date. You are enduring this right now. And he admires your ability to just really, it's like your stick-to-itiveness, right? And it's interesting because we're getting 2 10s. You know, he admires the fact that most people probably would have given up on this journey, and you have stuck it out and held the space for it, and it's something that he really, really admires in you. All right, let's see what draws him to you. The Chariot. He's just drawn to you. Like, he can't help but move towards you. It's this forward action. It's this major arcana that's like, it's not even an option. I'm coming to get you, baby. It's like, it's just, what draws him to you is also your spirituality, your spiritual partnership. The energy of the 7 is spiritual truth and spiritual partnership. And he, you know, it's like and what's interesting is, so you've got the 2 Sphinxes here, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, moving forward, and it's like he knows where he's going and he's coming for you. But it is what draws him to you. It's just this magnetic pull. It's not even like a conscious thing. It's just, oh yeah, forward movement. And in one of my decks, the Angel Tarot deck, I love that image of the Chariot because they're actually ascending. They're going up into the heavens, and it's a beautiful depiction of that energy. So okay, so let's see, what is he afraid to share with you? Let's see what the Divine Masculine is afraid to share with you. Like, what is he scared to say? Yeah. He's scared to let you know that, so he sees you as his high priestess, and he's a little bit afraid. He's a little bit afraid of that. He's a little bit afraid of the unknown. It's like you have this magical power, this spiritual power where you have knowledge that he quite doesn't have yet. And it gets him a little unnerved. But it's like he's drawn to it, and he's a little bit nervous because it's out of his comfort zone. It's out of the realm of anything he's been with before. So he doesn't quite, it's like he doesn't know how to be in this new energy. And he doesn't want to let you know that because he wants to be the Divine Masculine kind of taking the lead, but he knows energetically and spiritually right now, for the majority of you, the Divine Feminine is taking the lead. And it's like, it's not easy for him in some ways. But it's all good because he's going to lead in other ways later, and at different points in union and all that stuff. So, but it's very sweet and cute and funny actually that he's afraid to show you that, like, that I'm hearing worships you. There's some element of him worshiping you in a way that's very respectful and kind and not in an imbalanced way. It's more of an honoring. He honors you. Wow, okay. So, what does he secretly wish you knew? Like, what does he wish that you knew without him having to tell you? Let's see what comes up. And we get the Temperance card. And this is, he's very clearly wanting you to know that you have exhibited this patience. You have exhibited this patience with him. It's funny, it's coming in under this 10 of Swords energy. But he wishes you really knew how much you allowing him the space to be able to integrate these lessons and these spiritual lessons have been for him. And also that he really wants you to know how much he is doing his work and he is integrating what he is learning, and no matter what he's doing in his experience right now, whether you're aware of it or not, he is doing his work. And it's like this. It's funny, I'm getting the message of like, he wants you to know that he's integrating and working on himself, but he's also not wanting to sound like he's working on himself because he's broken. It's more of, hey, I know I've got my stuff and it's important to me to work through it, and it's not like he doesn't want it to come across like he's weak in any way, because that's the last thing he wants to come across to you as. Okay, so let's see what's currently keeping him from you. What's not the block? I don't really like that word, but you know what I mean when I say block. Like, what's currently keeping him from being with you at, like, right now? Let's see what comes through. He's not wanting to be too impulsive. It's like he wants to move, he knows he wants to move forward, but he's afraid of doing it too fast and screwing it up. Okay, because there is something that's extra special about this, and this is not just any old relationship, and there is an energy of wanting to hold back a little bit for fear of going too quickly or getting too intense too fast, because the feelings are very intense and the connection is very intense. And the magnetic pull is very intense. And again, it's coming in right. I don't even know why I have put them this way, but of course it's perfect that they are coming out this way, in this order and in this shape, because it's right under this Chariot. This magnetic pull is so strong that it's almost like he's almost resisting it a little bit more moving forward, because it's so strong and he doesn't want it to take him away. And that's not a bad, it's like, you know, typically you might have moved forward in any old relationship by now, but this is different. So that is kind of what's keeping him from you at the moment. But again, this is just a moment in time. But it is something that I feel like it is one thing that Divine Masculines do need to work through. And Divine Feminines also need to understand. It's sort of like, well, if he knows he likes me, or if he knows he loves me, or if he knows we have this incredible relationship, why isn't he just rushing forward and coming in? And like, if you know this, why are we not, like, if you know it, why don't we just do this? But it's not that simple. It's not that simple. All right. So let's see what he's let's see what he's working on now. What is he working on at this time? Queen of Swords. You know, he's working on making a decision. He's working on being decisive, and he's also working on living his life from clarity. He's also working on, you know, getting rid of any drama in his life. There's an energy with the Queen of Swords that she's very, kind of matter of fact, not overly emotional, but also just not, like, she's just clear and steady and in her truth. And that's what he's working on being right now. He's working on living in his truth. And we love to hear that, because it's, you know, we're all working on that. But to hear him saying that this is, you know, this is what's happening, this is what he's working on, it's pretty awesome. So let me see also. We're just going to pull a few final cards here about what else he secretly wants you to know, Divine Feminine. In addition to what this has already been. He's saying it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. He wants you to open your heart. And guys, actually on Instagram yesterday, I did pull a card for Divine Feminine, and it was about opening your heart and opening up to emotional intimacy. because there are times, like, you know, you think you're in a place where you're used to this being at a distance. If you've been in separation and you're used to this kind of being at arm's length or not quite here yet. And so the intensity is very strong even at a distance. But once the divine masculine starts moving towards you, and actually this starts happening, and this is happening for my clients right now, by the way. Some of my clients are having this exact scenario happen, where all of a sudden it's like the divine masculine's like, you've kind of been like this for a while. And because at first it's like divine feminine kind of goes this way and the divine masculine goes this way. And finally the divine feminine stops going this way. She's here. She might even be detaching a little bit. And then he kind of comes here. So it's like you've maybe been in this steady place. It feels like for those of you that are in the steady place. And all of a sudden when the divine masculine starts doing this, automatically the divine feminine's like, oh my God, like I'm comfortable with this distance. I'm comfortable with this distance because even though this is intense, this is even more intense. And what happens is I'm getting such heat between my hands. I can feel there's like this barrier. Not a barrier, but this like intense energy between my hands right now. But when it gets to this, so the divine feminine, out of fear and emotional intensity, can close the heart just a little bit. So this is something that's really important for the divine feminine to do, is saying it's safe. You need to open the heart. Even though you think your heart might be open, it actually may not be. So he's wanting you to open your heart. He's saying it's safe for you to love me, that I am safe. I am safe for you. Wow. Okay, let me get another message. Free yourself. You know, he's taking back control of his life. He has freed himself from his previous illusions of his life, from the matrix of preconditioning and just how he's lived. He's breaking free from that. He is breaking free. He is in the process of taking back control of his life. So if he's recently been someone who's left a karmic partner or something in order to kind of break free, or maybe it's breaking free from old patterns of being or acting, or the old patterns of how he has shown up in relationships before. Whatever it's been, there is an energy of having broken free from it. Let me get one final message from the divine masculine. Honeymoon. Yeah, he's like wanting, you know, after the wedding is the honeymoon. It's that brand new going out into the world as a new entity together, right? Because, you know, before the wedding, you are not a married couple. And all of a sudden you are bound and married, and you go out into the world on your honeymoon as a new unit. And it's quite the beautiful card to end this reading. Well, there you go, guys. I hope that this was fun and helpful and interesting. It was definitely a different way of doing the reading, but as Spirit always does, there's just reasons it came out this way, and then reasons why the messages were as beautiful as they are. So with that, guys, if you want a private reading with me, the information is in the description box below, as well as how to order it and all of that. So in the meantime, I send you guys so much love. Bye.